Imagine waking up in a luxury hotel suite in Manhattan, ordering room service, wearing a silk robe, and calling the concierge by name, knowing you'll never pay a single dollar for any of it. Imagine throwing rooftop parties so exclusive that even millionaires stand in line, praying their name is on your guest list tonight. You pass them in the lobby, sunglasses on at midnight, leaving behind a tab that would bankrupt most people but somehow makes you look even richer. They say New York never sleeps, but it also never asks the right questions when the lie is beautiful enough. And Anna's lie was beautiful enough to make the entire city play along until it was too late to say no. This is the true story of Anna Delvey, the fake German heiress who scammed hotels, friends, banks, and even Netflix, then strutted right back into the spotlight as if prison was just another VIP lounge. Anna Sorokin didn't come from oil tycoons or hidden European royalty. She was born in a small, gray Russian town where people work long hours and dream small. Her father drove trucks, her mother stayed home. There was no trust fund, no secret inheritance, no family yacht waiting in a dock, but there was ambition. Raw, hungry, unstoppable ambition that lived inside Anna's mind like an engine that never turned off. She devoured fashion magazines under her blanket at night, memorizing the names of designers she'd never touch. And she decided, before she was old enough to buy a drink, that the world was never going to hand her anything, so she'd just take it instead. At 19, she landed in Paris, calling herself an art lover, an intern, a future somebody working at Purple magazine, a place humming with rich kids pretending to work and working people pretending to be rich. She slept in tiny apartments, ate cheap takeout, but wore the mask of a girl who belonged at every table that mattered. She didn't speak perfect French, but she spoke fluent ambition. And that was enough to slip into the right parties where the lighting was low and the secrets were currency. She learned to watch for tells. A borrowed Rolex here, an unpaid bar tab there. She knew the rich lie too. By the time she boarded a flight to New York in 2013, she wasn't Anna Sorokin anymore. She was Anna Delvey, mysterious, European, and dripping with the kind of confidence you can't buy unless you pretend you already own it. She told anyone who'd listen that she had a trust fund worth 60 million euros trapped behind complicated paperwork in Swiss banks only billionaires understand. Sometimes she said her father was an oil baron, sometimes a diplomat, sometimes both. Her stories shifted like shadows in candlelight, never clear enough to check, but always believable enough to whisper to the person next to you. In Manhattan, the fastest way to look poor is to ask where the money comes from. And the fastest way to feel rich is to stand next to someone who acts like they never worry about a bill. Anna knew this. She made people feel chosen, like her story made them more interesting too. She skipped the broke artists living on dollar pizza and rooftop dreams. She didn't waste her nights on people who couldn't help her climb. She zeroed in on startup founders who bragged about Series A rounds they didn't really control, trust fund kids pretending they earned it, and finance bros dying to say they'd partied with a real heiress. She didn't beg them for cash. She let them buy the next round, book the table, brag about the exclusive world Anna let them peek into. She made them feel special by treating them like they were the help at her royal court. When Anna walked into 11 Howard, she didn't flinch at the room rates or the spa menu or the car waiting outside all night. She booked the best suite, left a broken credit card on file, and tipped the staff in fresh hundreds to keep their questions soft. She turned the lobby bar into her personal throne room, summoning art dealers and wannabe billionaires with a wave of her hand. It wasn't just a hotel, it was a stage, and every night the lights came up just for her. The crazy part is that every unpaid bottle of wine made her look richer, not poorer. Because when you're rich enough, everyone assumes someone else will handle the bill. F. Davis, the concierge, saw the illusion up close. She watched Anna breeze past the front desk every morning like the queen of a palace she didn't own. To Neff, Anna wasn't just a guest. She was the door to a version of New York she'd only seen in movies. Anna told her secrets, made her feel important, tipped her like royalty. So when whispers floated that Anna's bill was months overdue, Neff shut them down. Because admitting Anna might be fake meant admitting the dream might be fake too, and no one wanted to wake up yet. While Anna poured another glass at the bar, the unpaid tab crept past $275,000. Managers huddled in back offices, emails piled up unanswered, credit holds bounced back empty. But every time they got close to pulling the plug, Anna spun a new story. Bank delays, lawyers dragging their feet, European holidays making wires impossible. She made the excuses sound boring on purpose. Because boring is believable. And if the lie was dull enough, People wanted it to be true, so they didn't have to look foolish for believing it. But Anna's biggest trick wasn't a hotel room or a fake tip. It was the Anna Delvey Foundation. She promised a private club where the world's richest creatives could gather away from the flashes and whispers. She claimed she'd found the perfect building, a church in Midtown about to be reborn as a secret temple for billionaires and art stars. She flashed floor plans, name-dropped architects, poured wine at dinners so exclusive people bragged about the invite before they even saw the bill. She asked for bridge loans, showed fake balance sheets, made real bankers nod like they were the lucky ones for getting in early. She almost pulled it off. If one sharp-eyed loan officer hadn't hesitated at the last second, her fake dream would have turned into real millions overnight. Then came Morocco, the fantasy vacation that shattered everything. Anna invited Rachel Deloche Williams, a Vanity Fair photo editor who thought she'd hit the friend jackpot. A week of gold-plated spas, camel rides in the desert, rooftop dinners under Moroccan stars, all on Anna's tab. Or so Rachel thought. When the hotel demanded payment halfway through, Anna's cards died. The excuses got weaker. The manager threatened jail. Rachel was forced to step in, swiping her corporate Amex for nearly 60 grand to keep them out of a foreign cell. She thought Anna would fix it within days. Instead, Anna ghosted her, then showed up back in New York with a new lie ready to roll. Rachel didn't stay quiet. She called the FBI. She spilled every detail to the NYPD and any journalist who'd listen. Meanwhile, Anna drifted through Manhattan like a ghost in borrowed sunglasses, crashing at friends' places when every luxury hotel slammed the door on her name. She still bragged about wires coming tomorrow. She still ordered dinners she couldn't afford. She even charmed her way onto a private jet to Omaha, claiming she'd get Buffett's next billion at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting. The pilot never saw a cent. The fairy tale was leaking, but Anna kept dancing as long as someone still wanted to believe. When the trap finally closed, it looked like just another spa day. Anna checked into a Malibu rehab, telling friends she needed rest, peace, a break from New York's noise. She walked out in cuffs instead, arrested by the same people she'd charmed for years. But even with the world laughing at her downfall, Anna never dropped the mask. She demanded designer outfits for every day in court. She refused to leave her cell without the right look. The courtroom became her final catwalk, and the sketches went viral like they were front pages for a brand new show. The jury wasn't buying it anymore. They saw theft, not a misunderstood princess. They handed her 4 to 12 years for fraud, grand larceny, and theft of services. But the world outside the courtroom didn't turn away. It leaned in closer. Netflix paid $320,000 for her life rights. The same story she told at the hotel bar now paid her legal fees. She literally funded her real defense by selling the fake defense she'd run for years. The irony was too rich for New York to ignore. After 3 years, Anna walked out, but freedom didn't last. ICE grabbed her for overstaying her visa and locked her in detention for 18 more months. She gave interviews from behind plexiglass, bragging she'd never be deported. And when she finally got out again, she found a way to turn house arrest into a pop-up brand. A luxury East Village apartment, parties for influencers, journalists lining up to write the next chapter for her for free. She sold her prison sketches for thousands. She teased a podcast. She hinted she'd never leave Manhattan because the city she scammed still can't stop looking at her. Some call her a monster. Some call her a hero. Some say she's the best proof we'll ever get that Manhattan cares more about a good story than the truth. Because if you never ask for the receipt, you deserve the tab you end up paying. Anna says she's not done yet. She's got new art to sell, new stories to tell, and new fools ready to pay to say they stood close enough to get burned. Maybe the next scam is already written. Maybe you're watching it happen right now. Would you have fallen for it? Would you have believed the wire was coming, the hotel was covered, the next big party was your golden ticket? Or would you have asked for the invoice before you ordered the second glass? Comment below. Is Anna Delvey a genius, a criminal, or just a mirror showing New York exactly what it wants to see? And tell me who you want me to expose next. Because there's always another fake heiress, another lie dressed up in designer labels, another secret club you'll never get into for free. This is Midnight Watch. Subscribe if you want the truth behind the smiles. Because someone like Anna Delvey is planning the next wire transfer right now, and the only question is, who's paying for it this time?